Hello, Bug family. A very happy new year to all of you. We told you that we have promised you that we'll begin the year with a bang. And yes, this time I have a celebrity person amongst us who's going to be the panel speaker here. Okay, without much ado, let me introduce you to her. Her name is Miss Rashi Gaur. She belongs to from Delhi in India. She's one of the renowned celebrity personalities and media personalities in the space of astrology, feng shui, vastu, numerology, and more. With close to 200 articles that she has done, she has been a panel speaker and been there on talk shows for Dainik Jagran, for Dainik Bhaskar, Hindustan Times, India TV, Wedding Vows, and so much more. She's been a mentor to me, and she's now a very great friend of mine. And I'm too glad that today, only for MSMEs and business owners, she's going to spill all the beans with regards to the secrets of what your stars have to say. So, without much ado, let me get the power lady herself. And she should be here.
Hi, Hital. I am not such a, what do you call, Insta live person. But sorry, just minute, just 1 second. Papa, just can you fix this? Yeah. Okay, cool. So I'm joining from a very, very, very cold Delhi winter and absolutely excited. And I hope I can do justice to your show. And love being here with you. How have you been? 1 second. 1 second. Uh, uh, no voice? Just 1 second. There's no voice here. Yeah. Can you
Welcome.
hear me now?
Yeah, very much.
Okay. So I realized that there was no voice here. So let me just start again. Extremely excited to be here, Hetal. And right now, from a very, very, very cold Delhi winter. And but yet, very excited to share a lot of insights with you. And I think this is something that we've been planning to do for a very long time. But finally, we are here, start of the year, and I really hope I can make a difference.
I think, Rashi, it's a spectacular timing because all the MSMEs, all our business owners, our entire Buck family is ready. I believe there are going to be pouring comments in terms of what they want to understand from you.
Yeah.
So I gave a short introduction to you.
Uh-huh.
It was really short, but I'm sure I've done justice to the 20 years that you've spent in this space, and people would need to know about what your journey is all about as an astrologer, as a vastu expert, and how did it all started with such a pretty lady like you.
Well, thank you so much. You know what? It's surprising. I have actually never spoken about it really because I think I'm more focused on what I share with people that can value add. And I don't know, but yes, since you asked, I think I'll just take like 10 seconds to tell you a little about myself. There was something very beautiful that was once told to me by one of my astrology teachers. And she said that you don't find astrology, astrology finds you. And I find so much of depth in that statement because this is one of those Vedic sciences. This is this knowledge, this Vedic knowledge, which actually starts to come to you when you're ready to receive it, and it doesn't come to everybody. That's also a truth. Having said that, I think even when I was a little kid, 4, 5, 6 years old, I don't even remember, I used to literally pick up these books on astrology, numerology, palmistry. I think they belonged to my father. And these were the books that were basically, I think he was drawn to them more for the math part of it. But anyway, Having said that, I eventually joined media industry, and I think I wanted to be a writer. I wanted to get into the creative side of things. Then my daughters happened. I then wanted to spend time with them. I wanted to see them grow up. And those were the years where I naturally once again gravitated towards, learning all of these. I was a voracious reader. I just loved the idea of gyan, knowledge, seeking, wanting to find out what was the deeper meaning to life, what really, went into the whole system of being, of existence. And that is when I started spending a lot of time learning from gurus, guides, started taking a lot of professional classes. And this journey has been more organic. Nothing really happened overnight. I didn't get into it overnight. But yes, it's been a journey of 20 years. And I think that's why I said that I resonated with what one of my teachers told me, that astrology finds you, this knowledge finds you. So here I am.
Yeah.
Shivangi, can you switch on that light? Yeah.
I cannot imagine that you had such a journey, and it has been so great and vast in terms of being into media and all of this. And yes, astrology finds
Yellow.
you. So that makes me come to a
Yes.
new topic,
Yes.
which is like being so much, doing so much as a professional lady, and having such in-depth knowledge about astrology. You have an Instagram profile which has a huge following. You've been maintaining it up smart every single day. There's something or the other, and it is so deep in this. How do you balance your personal life along with these kind of topics, which I think everybody is interested in?
About balancing life, I think, it is more important that you balance yourself from within. So when you're well balanced within, you're balanced without. Seriously. Here, I would say there are three aspects which are very important, which have helped me a lot to balance myself. I am very strongly anchored and connected to divinity. And that for me is one of the most beautiful things. I get a lot of strength from my anchoring to divinity. The second is being in a state of complete gratefulness. I wake up with gratitude and I sleep with gratitude no matter what happens. And lastly, which is seriously a very important thing, staying mindful or being in a mindful state. Mindfulness is an act which actually brings the best kind of balance to you. So wherever you are in that moment, if you're present, body, mind, and soul, you automatically are a well balanced person. And the zest for life, the love of my family and friends, and then most importantly, if you love something so much, it is not work for you anymore. So I don't think anything is really work for me. It's like going from one process of life to another process of life, doing everything together in the same day. It's simple. Why complicate anything in your mind? Everything is simple.
Yeah,
So
I totally agree and second that.
yeah,
When you have a
yeah,
purpose in life and
yeah,
you have well thought it through and you are
yes,
a thoughted person, you simplify it. And more
yes,
simple way of leading it can give you a lot of progress.
yes.
Okay. So, astrology, Vastu, these are concepts which are deep down into our history, our culture. What kind of common misconceptions do people come up with?
Yeah.
You got to address it every time.
Okay. So I think one question, I wouldn't really call it misconception. I would say it is a thought process which is misconstrued or misaligned in people's heads, where they say that if everything is destined, how can astrology or an astrologer change that destiny for
Correct.
you? So they are not wrong, but I would again say that misguided. See, the thing is that if astrology was not supposed to change your life for you, astrology would never have been created. Our sages were very intelligent people. They were very well endowed with knowledge. And astrology was created because, end of the day, um, at every step of your life, you have two choices to make or multiple choices to make. And that becomes your free will. So remember one thing, that every time you're making a choice, you are actually changing your future destiny. So that free will or that choice that you're making, your astrological horoscope is like a roadmap to you that can help you create or choose the right path forward. So this is how you start to change your destiny or make it better. So it is totally up to the choices that you make, and a good and a wise astrologer will help you make the right choices.
Yeah, it all melts down on choices. And if we are wise
Yes,
enough to take certain experts in
yes,
our walk of life and have them around us, I think it
yeah,
makes life much, much easier. So
yes.
because we are
Lost
handle
you.
all this, am I audible now? Is it better?
Yes,
Yeah, I think
Shivani, I
that
think you
I'm
put it on
connected.
mute.
Huh, is it
Yeah,
better now?
yes,
Yeah. So what I was saying was that our segment purely dedicates ourselves to MSMEs and business owners. So let us move on to a segment which is more niche. And I would like to understand that for entrepreneurs and business owners, how astrology or Vastu, specific to, let's say, 2025, should progress, how they should be mindful.
all right. So if you're talking specifically about 2025, well, let me give you certain tips on that. See, first and foremost, let's understand about astrology and Vastu, how it really works for business owners.
Hmm.
There are so many aspects to it, okay? And I personally feel if somebody is going for Vastu, being a business owner, Vastu is, of course, the study of your space, right? The five elements coming together. We'll come to that later. But let's just say if you're going to somebody for Vastu advice, I would say go to somebody who also understands astrology, okay? Because at the base level, at the core level, it is your astrological platform, the alignment of your planets that are basically, designing your destiny for you or designing your future framework for you. Your Vastu is directly connected to how your planets are placed in your horoscope. Any Vastu expert, if they can bring together astrology and Vastu together and then align your office space as per whatever it is that suits them as per their planets, the kind of benefits that can come to that person are amazing. However, talking about 2025, 2025 is a year of Mars, Mangal. Now, Mangal is a hot, fiery planet. Mangal is a planet that forges you ahead, that wants you to move ahead. This is a year to not procrastinate at all. This is a
Okay.
year where you need to move forward. You need to be that go getter. Anybody who's lazy, anybody who's indisciplined, they lose out on all of those things that this year is going to offer. This year is going to open so many avenues for people. There are going to be so many opportunities, but at the same time, there is a huge shift of planets that is happening this year.
Okay.
And this shift of planets is basically happening between April, May, and June. See, in our horoscope, there are 9 planets. Out of these, there are 3 planets which are the heaviest because these are planets that are actually um, going from one house to another, staying in each house in your horoscope for a long period of time. Rahu stays in each house for 1.5 years. Jupiter stays in each house for 1 year, and Saturn stays in each house for 2.5 years. This year in 2025, this shift of energy is going to be happening between April, May, and June. Such 3 big, heavy planets who have a strong impact on your business, on your work, are going to be shifting pretty much together. The shift brings a transformation, and this process of transformation is never an easy one. You understand? So April, May, and June are the months where everybody needs to be very well prepared for. Especially April and May, Saturn and Rahu come together. Every time they come together, they create, they rustle. There's this rustling of the energies. They create this crazy movement. They expect a lot of responsibility for your actions. They expect a lot of discipline, but this is also an alignment of planets. It is happening in Pisces, the sign of Pisces, which can give rise to problems or calamities that are related to water bodies. And if
Okay.
a calamity like this happens, it can also disrupt your, the business framework, your market trends, it could disrupt the stock market even. June is when Jupiter changes houses and it goes into the sign of Mercury, which is Gemini. Now, that is where Rahu also shifts away from Saturn. And I think June, July onwards, a time comes when there's going to be great connectivity, lot of networking, artificial intelligence, AI is going to go big in a very, very grand manner. Lot of futuristic ideas are going to come into play. So April and May are energies where you need to be a little careful. June, the shift is going to happen. And then the second part of the year can see a lot of very strong movement. But you need to be prepared for this now, which means that you need to be a person who needs to be very, very disciplined, very thorough, very structured as you move into 2025. I don't think anybody should be wasting the energies this year. So work
Rashi,
a little harder.
beautiful. Yeah, work a little harder.
Yes.
I mean, beautiful tip given to us. Almost 3 months to go, and we
Yes.
are already telling everybody around through you that how these 3 months, April, May, and June, are gonna be, and what corrections we need to make during this
Yes.
first 3 months itself. Okay. Now, incidentally, it's going to be April, May, and June, which is going to be the first quarter. And we have already highlighted people
Yes.
that because of the Saturn and Rahu, it's going to be these effects. Now, this you did
Yes.
mention that it's with respect to its entering Pisces. How about the other signs? How are they going to get impacted? In general, you have mentioned it. Is there a particular sign which has to be really, really careful, or a particular sign which is going to really, really have very cream aspect here? They're going to really enjoy it. It's going to get smooth for them. Let us
Okay.
ease out few people, because there are a lot of people joining in. They are very eager. What's my April, May, June looking like? What am I supposed to do?
Absolutely. See, I'll tell you something. What is now this is vis-a-vis your. Can you hear me? Because I see you breaking a little. Is it good?
If
Can you hear me?
able to hear that clearly, please mention if there's any glitch. I can hear you very clearly.
Okay. Cool. Very nice. So I'll tell you something. Certain signs which have actually been struggling a little, and this is basically as per the Lagna, the ascendant, the first house of your horoscope. That is Rashi never allows us to procrastinate. Okay, that's Swati.
I just read that. Let me complete it.
I
Always
generally
wants
don't.
us to be
Yes.
structured and organized.
Yes. Yes, and that's the fun of life. I mean, a human mind has so much potential within them. Why waste them? Okay, so coming back to the science, I personally feel the certain signs are going to be actually getting a lot of opportunities this year. One is Sagittarius, and one is definitely Taurus. A lot of opportunities. Geminis and Virgos are also going to be doing very well this year. Okay. Lot of potential for Aquarians as well. Though I would say that Aquarians, if it's an Aquarian moon sign, they are going through their Sadhisati. But if it's an Aquarius Lagna, then of course a lot of potential is for them. So these 5 signs are definitely getting a lot of opportunities. I know that the Gemini sun sign, Lagna people have been dealing with a lot of highs and lows in 2024, and I think a lot of opportunities are going to be opening for them. So
would you help us with the basics, like Gemini horoscope and then Gemini Lagna? How different is it, and is it the name or is it the dates?
Okay, so here what really happens is that when we talk about sun signs, I follow Vedic astrology, and to be honest, I think Vedic horoscope or Vedic astrology is by far one of the strongest that can be. You were born to a certain sun sign. All of us understand the Western sun sign, right? Like, what's your date of birth, Hetal?
5th of June.
5th of June. So you're a Gemini, okay? Now, being a Gemini, you rule by Mercury. Here, what really happens is that your thought process, your personality, can be very beautifully enhanced, symbolized. Being a Gemini, you can be one of those who would be great at communication, great at connectivity, and all of that. But how is your life panning out? Depends upon your horoscope, which means very easy. See, these days it is very easy to create your horoscope. Go into any app, and go into any Vedic astrology app. Put your details there, your time of birth, date of birth, place of birth. Once you do that, there is a table that is created. There are 12 houses. The first house, which is on top, is basically your lagna. Okay, the first triangle right on top in the center, top center.
Right. Yes.
Whatever number is sitting there becomes your lagna. And let me promise you that if you know your lagna, and so basically, as per lagna, I'll just tell you, what those numbers mean. If you know your lagna, which is also your ascendant, that symbolizes you so beautifully. And the ruling planet of that lagna, if you can look at strengthening that particular planet, you don't even need to go to an astrologer. So if number 1 is written there, you're an Aries. If 2 is written there, you're a Taurus. 3 is written there, you're a Gemini. 4, you're a Cancer. 5, you are a Leo. 6, you're a Virgo. 7 number written there, you are a Libra. 8 number written there, you're a Scorpio. 9 written there, you're a Sagittarius. 10 written there, you're a Capricorn. 11 written there, you are an Aquarius. And 12 written there, you're a Pisces. So if you're an Aries or a Scorpio, you're ruled by Mars. Look at strengthening Mars energies for you. If you are a Taurus or a Libra, you're ruled by Venus. Look at strengthening Venus energies for you. If 3 and 6 are written there, look at strengthening your Mercury energies for you. Okay. Then if 3 and 6 is, of course, Gemini and Virgo. And if 4 is written there, you're a Cancer. So look at strengthening moon energies for you because you're ruled by the moon. 5 is Leo, which is ruled by the sun, right? And similarly, if 9 and 12 are written there, that is Sagittarius and Pisces, you're ruled by Jupiter, Dev, Guru, Brihaspati. If 10 and 11 are written there, then you're Capricorn and Aquarius, and you're ruled by Saturn, Shani. Okay? So then there are various ways of strengthening these planets. If you want to know about them, we can even discuss whatever you want to ask, actually. I am not a structured person in terms of talking. I am very, very free-flowing. So whatever it is that you want to ask.
So
insightful from the first letter. Okay.
So insightful, Rashi. That is so insightful. I mean, getting to know, just punching in your details and just getting this, but you have actually concised it, summarized it for us, and it's really, really lovely. Okay, there's somebody like Kavya answering that. Let's check our zodiac from the due. Guys, I'm going to feed down where we get in Rashi and take it up one by one. Otherwise, this will continue. A lot of people are writing what they want to understand from you. Well, let me move a little more in depth with respect to business owners and entrepreneurs. Is there a particular industry which is going to see a significant change or a growth, which you feel that people in that stream could benefit it from 2025?
See, definitely there are certain industries which are going to do a lot better in 2025. Firstly, the industries which are related to Mars, Mangal energy. So here, anything to do with the fire energy, anything to do with the earth energy, Bhumi, Prithvi Tattva. So which means real estate, for instance, right? It could even be restaurants and hotels, perhaps, construction, all of that. And then, of course, we talk about counseling, education, industries which are related to knowledge, that is definitely going to do very well. Here, consulting and finance also sort of plays a very important role. Artificial intelligence is going to do extremely well this year. Rahu is changing houses, and this is really going to sort of, go up in a very, very big way. And towards the second part of the year, the tourism industry is definitely going to do very well as well. So,
okay, quite a lot of golden nuggets are out. People are going to be very excited to know whether they're in the right place, right time. That's for sure. Are there any
media industry as well? Media industry is a part of the communication industry. Yes,
I'm
tourism.
Glad. I have my fingers crossed. Yes, I am glad, really glad about it.
I plan to teach this year. No, I mean, I've been wanting to, bring out these courses for the longest time. I wish I could find just a little more time in the day,
Please find time. I'll be
Just
more than interested because you explain it so lucidly that concepts are getting into us, even with a live format. Your explanation is definitely as a guru and a mentor. So please come up with your courses. All of us will get benefited. At least the questions which are there on the comments will all get answered
yes,
slowly
of course.
in
I
that
wish I
manner.
can do more lives. I've been telling myself there's so much that I still need to do, but I'm sure I'll find time for it.
Yeah, sure. So, what about, are there any specific dates in 2025 which have some astrological significance? You definitely mentioned to us about April to June, but is there anything beyond that as well, or a specific date which we should be careful of or be prepared?
You know, it's difficult for me right now because I really haven't gone into it in terms of exact dates. But
Hmm.
whatever I can think of, seriously, there are a couple of things that I will tell people to be careful of. First is, of course, April and May, definitely. A lot of caution is required. Post June, you can be in a position to be a little more out there. Consolidate. April and May should be used to consolidate, and after that, you go ahead, you create something. You can be a little more open about whatever it is that you require. But I always tell people that there are certain dates around which you need to be a little more careful, and that is, of course, Mercury retrograde. Whenever Mercury shifts, especially for business owners, because this is, I mean, anybody who's working, basically anybody who's in the business of communication, whatever it is, Mercury retrograde does put a dent on your communication. Your mails can go haywire, you can make mistakes. That is a time when you really need to be careful. And it is very good to know right from the beginning of the year, whenever your Mercury retrograde is coming. In fact, I try to always make videos informing people that these are dates that Mercury is going to go retrograde. Similarly, at some time around, I think, September, October, Jupiter is going to go retrograde as well. Now, Jupiter again is a big planet going retrograde from Gemini into Taurus. Suddenly, that will be a phase where people can become very, selfish about making money. They can be very self centered about making money, where making money can suddenly become very, very important once again. So, while people are moving into in fact, I would say that 2024 also started like that, where people were very, very selfish about their own material interests. And as we go into 2025, we are seeing that shift. We're seeing people coming together. We're seeing more networking. We'll be happy about that. But in between these little phases, one is April, May, disturbed energy. One is around August, September, disturbed energy. Again, that little selfishness coming in. So one has to just watch out. I say, whatever the world is like, you stay happy, you stay a better person, you go out, do something for, a little beyond yourself. If each one of us just does that one thing beyond themselves, this world is, it won't require astrologers. This world will be a beautiful place. So,
I can surely see a lot of shades of divinity around you
ah,
because even after coming from astrology, where people from those expert streams end up saying that do this and do that and everything will work out well for you. But here you are saying that take a chill pill, there will be ups and downs, maintain your steady pace, everything will be fine.
absolutely.
Wake up with gratitude, end with gratitude your day and your night. This is something brilliant. Visionary people come up with this, and I am very glad to have you as one of our Bagnari members to spill these beans to a lot of people. 2025, I think we covered signs, we tried to understand what Lagna is and all of it. I want to understand one small thing that our viewers are here. They're coming from different businesses. Any piece of wisdom for them in terms of astrology and Vastu that they can take back home?
Okay, all right. So I think here what I'm going to say is there are a lot of things that are going to value add to their life in 2025. Firstly, in general,
Hmm.
see, astrology and Vastu, when we talk in general, first and foremost, of course, when you bring these sciences, naive are those people who think that it does not have the power. It has a lot of power. It can literally create magic into your life. How? Once you understand your lagna, like I told you start working towards the strength of that planet. You anyway start to bring a lot of value addition to your life. You start to strengthen your own aura by strengthening your own planet. Other than that, even the space that you're creating, end of the day, Hetal, tell me. I mean, look at it like this. When you're creating your space and you're trying to bring it to balance, this is what Vastu is, right? I mean, think of Prakriti, think of nature. When nature is very, very well balanced, bountiful, the trees all green and lush, imagine a certain area where there's a stream flowing, a nice, beautiful, bright sky, bright sunshine, clear sky, that sondhi mitti ki khushboo, right?
Yes.
You feel so abundant just being in that environment.
Yeah, it's
Imagine your
very magical,
very magical.
ready for the
So
day.
when we talk about Vastu, bringing Vastu into our space, we're talking about creating that magic into our space. Ultimately, what is Vastu? It is bringing together these 5 elements of nature into your space. And these 5 elements of nature are called Panch Tattvas. Okay? So bringing these just 1 second. Bringing these Panch Tattvas into a space, which means that, let's say, if you have the right element of water energy in your space, you bring opportunities of wealth, or new career opportunities into your life. If you bring the right energies of fire into your space, you bring more success into your space. If you bring the right earth element into your space, you bring more nurturing, more stability into your space. So first and foremost, very important to balance the Panch Tattvas, the right colors, the right kind of, if you're starting something new, I would really say, if it's a new brand that you're starting, at least find out that the name that you're choosing is pro you, at least numerologically get the name corrected. If you're choosing a place, even if you can get the basic Vastu done, that, certain zones which are money making zones do not have a Vastu flaw. Little things, and if it is, then have it corrected, have it balanced out. And most importantly, because this year is the year of Mangal, Mars, certain energies work very beautifully with Mars energies, and that is the energy of Sun, that is the energy of Jupiter. So I always say that in this particular year, bring knowledge to your life. Read a little more, upskill yourself, learn something new. And this is going to value add beautifully to your life. Get a teacher, a mentor in your life. Get a guru for yoga, for God's sake, A guru energy in your life is going to value add. It will bring that enhanced energy of guru in your life. Along with that, Sun, say your gratitude to the Sun every morning. Say thank you for your blessings and benevolence. I mean, I'm here because you make me, strong because of your presence. I mean, you shine upon me effortlessly, unconditionally every day, and that is why I'm here. So pray to the Sun. Then the other way to do this is by keeping some nice, interesting crystals around you. I have this yellow citrine here. I have crystals all over, all over my office space. Yellow citrine is a beautiful crystal because that enhances Jupiter energies. Pyrite is a beautiful crystal because that enhances Sun energies. Then you have carnelian. If you find that you want to move forward, but grounding is missing, you're feeling too frazzled moving forward, keep carnelian by your side. It will give you the right kind of grounding, because crystals also work on different chakras. And yellow citrine and pyrite work on your solar plexus chakra, which is a chakra of success, abundance, wealth. And carnelian works on your root chakra. And this is Mangal energy, Mangal year. And Mangal works on your root chakra, right? The red energy. So ground yourself. Sit on the floor and do yoga. Do Om chanting. This is going to ground you too, So this year, the more you bring the energies of Mangal, recite Hanuman Chalisa daily. Every day you're leaving the house, you read the Hanuman Chalisa and you go. Mangal energies will work very positively for you. Say your thank you to Sun God. Get a teacher, mentor in your life, or start learning something. You have basically started managing 3 very beautiful planets. Along with that, bring that discipline in your life. You will start to strengthen your Saturn in your horoscope, which is also playing a very important role this year. Saturn is connected to Jupiter this year because Saturn is moving into Pisces, which is a sign of Jupiter. So everything is interconnected, and it
Right.
all starts with your routine, your dedication, your discipline, and your resilience. You know,
Yes. And discipline.
discipline is the key. Boss, nothing happens without discipline.
That is
So,
so true. So true.
yeah,
Very wonderfully summed up in terms of what crystals, how to maintain couple of things, few mantras to mention daily and take care of it and have discipline in place. I have a few friends here who do have some questions. Let me just take up a few, Rashi, if you don't mind. There is
sure, sure.
Divya who wants to ask that, ma'am, my personal number is 6 and it has started. And are there any remedies for me which are good for me? And he's asked, I want to travel abroad with my family. Is this year going to be supportive of travel?
Okay. Personal number 6, which means that you're ruled by Venus. In fact, I did make a video on each of the numbers,
Hmm.
and it's pretty much like if you're ruled by Venus, and this is a year of Mars, and I think everybody's heard men are from Mars and women are from Venus, or else opposites attract. I think opposites attract has basically been taken from this Mars and Venus energy because one is male energy, one is female energy. Here, the key to making this year successful is to bring a balance in your relationship. Venus is all about relationship. Please ensure if you're married, your spouse, you have to have the best of relationship with your spouse. No fighting about little silly things. The more you nurture your relationship, even if you're not married, you're dating somebody, your own family, your friends, your colleagues, start building a harmonious relationship with people, and you will start to see how beautifully Mangal will work for you. इसके साथ साथ very easy. I've been telling everybody, recite Hanuman Chalisa daily, pray to Bajrang Bali, your Mangal energies will be strong. And if you belong to any other planet like Venus ruling you, start praying to Goddess Lakshmi. There are such beautiful mantras, Om Reem Reem Shreem Shreem Lakshmi Vasudevaya Namaha. Otherwise, just do the most beautiful goddess mantra, which is Sarv Mangal Mangalye Shive Sarvar Sadhake Sharnai Trambake Gauri Narayani Namastute. I love this mantra. So थोड़ा सा gratitude, goddess energy को strong करिए. आप Venus है, Venus की energy को आपने strong करना है. There is nothing better than making sure Venus energy around you is respected. Every woman is the Venus energy. Are you truly respecting them? Not just the way you speak to them publicly, how you think about them behind their back. What are your thoughts here about a woman? And what is the kind of respect you feel for a woman? Well, you've already fixed your Venus. And travel, yes, of course. I think travel is going to be big for a lot of people this year.
Okay. Irrespective of their personal numbers, travel is in
Well, no,
for a lot.
see, travel is mostly seen through your astrological horoscope, how your 12th house is activated. So if your 12th house is activated strongly, travel happens, foreign settlement happens. So that is more generic. But yes, travel, like I said, that tourism industry is going to pick up big time in the second part of the year, because that is when Jupiter is going to be moving into Gemini, which is ruled by Mercury. Very big in terms of travel and tourism. So that's where, the second part of the year will see a lot of travels coming up. Already reached London. Nice.
Yeah. There is Mayank here who's trying to ask that share us more information about Saji.
Sagittarius. Okay, so for Sagittarians, see again, your ruling lord is Jupiter. And if your ruling lord is Jupiter and Jupiter is going to be transiting from Taurus into Gemini, you will see a lot of good shift in your life. For Sagittarians, I think with um, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. Marriage prospects could be very, very strong. Falling in love could be very strong. A lot of avenues opening up. You want to do something on your own, start something on your own. You can even do that. A lot of Sagittarians, if you're a moon Sagittarian, then you've also gotten over with your Sadi Sati. And I think this year can open some beautiful avenues for you. Like I said, in fact, when Hetal was asking me in the beginning, who are going to have a better year this year in 2025, I did talk about Sagittarians as well. So I think it's a great year for Sagittarians, and also understand this being the year of Mangal Mars. Anybody who is influenced by Jupiter, because Jupiter and Mars are very strong and compatible energy, like Sun and Mars. So again, here this is more generic that I'm telling all of you, that anybody who has an influence of Jupiter in their lives, whether they're number 3, whether they're Sagittarius, whether they're Pisces, or else they're number 1, or they're ruled by the Sun, which means they're Leo in some way, this year can be a year which can be very beautifully rewarding, because it's their best friend which is in power, Mangal, Mars.
Okay.
Right?
I think everybody is pouring in, giving. Tell me about Cancer. Tell me about Aries. Can you give every sign 3 words? Is it good, bad, faster, better? It can be good. All the 12 signs. Quick recap on all. Or if
Okay.
it's too much
You're
to ask
making it
for
very
me.
you're making it very difficult for me. I'm going to be disliked by a few people. I don't want to trouble anybody, but yes, okay, let me just think of the positive things that can happen to each sign.
Sure.
So when I talk about Aries, let me just open a chart here so that I'm quick,
Sure.
I don't want to, at least I will keep seeing the numbers here. All right. So we will then know.
There is so much curiosity generating in the comments. Aquarians to Aries.
No, no problem. No problem. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be saying this vis-a-vis, the movement of Jupiter, because Jupiter is the planet that actually gives us all the abundance. Okay. So, okay. Thank you. Thank you. I love you all. So here I'm talking about the movement of Jupiter and how it is going to be, sort of influencing everybody's life, because Jupiter is a planet which is a planet of abundance, and it's Jupiter that gives you a lot in life. It sort of expands any house that it goes into, or any house that it looks at. And that is where your advantages of a particular year lie. So let's say we were to talk about Aries. For them, Jupiter is going to be in the 3rd house. And 3rd house is all about communication and connectivity with the world. And from the 3rd house, Jupiter is going to be aspecting their 9th house and their 11th house. So a lot of gains for them. Okay? Kismat आपके साथ होगी, आप ऐसा कह सकते हो. Again, I'm talking as a Lagna ascendant, which is the 1st house. I told you how to look for it. Then, if you're a Taurus, for Taurus, Jupiter is going to be this year in your 2nd house. And 2nd house is basically the house of wealth and asset creation. So a lot of wealth and asset creation opportunities can come into your life. बहुत पैसा कमाएंगे. Okay, पैसा बहुत आएगा. And for Geminis, Jupiter is going to be sitting in their 1st house. Marriage, love, travel, new avenues opening up for them. So this is what I see for Geminis. For Cancer, again, Jupiter is going to be in their 12th house. A lot of foreign travels, perhaps. If they are in legal battles or disputes, I think this year is going to be a year where they can see a lot of respite, right? Maybe windfall, sudden gains as well in terms of money. If you're a Leo, Jupiter is going to be this year sitting in your 11th house, which means again gains, love, marriage, all of those things are going to happen, except that Saturn will be moving into the 8th house, but that's a different story. Here we're talking about all good things. And Jupiter will give a lot of people love and marriage this year, children also, birth of a child if you're recently married. Then for Virgos, again, a very good year this year, because Virgos are going to be again seeing progress in terms of work, maybe new work opportunities, a new job in the annual, perhaps an opportunity to make more money. This is what is going to happen with Virgos. Where Librans are concerned, again, they're going to see a very beautiful shift. They have been dealing a lot in 2024. In 2025, it's like their kismat, suddenly shining. So kismat shining nicely for Librans. Kismat ka saath dena, that is a very, very beautiful thing that they will encounter this year. For Scorpio, Jupiter is going to be in the 8th house, which can be, I would say, they need to be a little careful, the Scorpio sign. Windfall, yes. Sudden gains, maybe I would say, because Jupiter does work very beautifully for them. They will actually benefit if they upskill themselves this year. या स्पिरिचुअलिटी से थोड़ा सा कनेक्टेड रहना जरूरी है फॉर स्कॉर्पियो सन साइन, तो फिर उनको बहुत सडन विंडफॉल गेन्स हो सकते हैं. अपने आप को अपस्किल करिए. इसमें कोई लोग अगर रिसर्च में है या किसी ऐसे हिडन प्रोफेशन में है, देन दोज पीपल विल डू वेरी वेल. हिडन लव अफेयर भी हो सकता है, बी अ लिटिल केयरफुल. सो देन वी कम टू सैजिटेरियंस. फॉर सैजिटेरियंस, it is your Jupiter is going to be 7th from you. शादी होने के बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग चांसेस है, अपना काम करने के बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग चांसेस है, यू नो. Communication, connectivity, all of that is very, very good for Sagittarians. For Capricorn, this is going to be a year where they can definitely see 100% foreign travel or foreign settlement. कोई बच्चे बाहर जाना चाहते हैं पढ़ने, वो definitely हो जाएगा. तो फॉरेन ट्रैवल्स बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग है फॉर कैप्रिकॉर्न्स. एंड फॉर एक्वेरियंस, आई थिंक उनकी किस्मत को बहुत चार चांद लगने वाला है. सो फॉर एक्वेरियंस अगेन, दिस इज अ वेरी ब्यूटीफुल ईयर. एकदम से यू नो, अ न्यू रिलेशनशिप कैन कम, अ न्यू, you know, they could create something of their own, they could start something new. Creativity will be, you know, really, really high for them. And most importantly, a new lover can come into their lives. प्यार है तो हो सकता है शादी में बदल जाए. But overall, a beautiful year for creating something new. And lastly, Pisces. Pisces के लिए है again a very beautiful year. Now, again for them, it's a very beautiful shift from something which was not going very great to now, you know, perhaps buying a new house, new vehicle, new car, adding to their luxuries of their, you know, in their lives. So this is what it is. A very quick, you know, little one-liners for everybody.
No,
Yeah.
definitely. The amount of people who had joined, and Rashi, very much in gratitude for summarizing that for all of us here. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
At Bagnari, we are starting the year with you. So we have all the graciousness from you over here. And we wish you a lot of success and a lot of more Bagnaris, because I'm sure this is not going to be one or two. It's going to be ongoing. A lot of people are going to be here. So yes, thank you. And one note, which my business partner has just mentioned here, that this company has been formed under your guidance, Rashi.
Thank you so much. I love you both. And I must give a shout out. I just saw a very dear friend who's joined here, Anish Channa. He's also an Aquarius and he's written something so beautiful. Again, you know, I think I love all of you. You all have been such an intrinsic part of my life. And thank you. And I love you all. And yes, it is 2025 is going to be great for each one of you, each one of us.
Thank you. Thank you,
Yes.
Rashi, and thank you, Bug family, to be here. This
Thank
is the
you.
signing off. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thanks, Saugad. Bye-bye. Bye, Hetal.
Bye-bye.
Lots
Bye.
of love. Bye.
Lots of love to you too. Thanks.